welcome to Fliptv News. I am Christian Chuku. Let's take a look at the top headlines. Update on fire disaster at Apongbon Bridge, Lagos. Atiku finally declares for 2023 presidency. Alleged IPOB member charged for terrorism released. Ife varsity crisis only silent suspicious from OAU alumni. We will fight economic saboteurs to a standstill, says IGP. And lastly, moment Masquerades placed sacrifice at OAU Vice's car park in Ife. Let's take a look at the news in detail. Fire on Wednesday gutted shops under the Apongbon section of the Eko Bridge in Lagos State. The fire incident caused gridlock and crippled commercial activities around the Lagos Island area of the state. Though the cause of the fire incident could not be ascertained at the time of filing this report, it was learned that goods worth millions of naira were destroyed by the inferno. Traffic from Eko Bridge has been routed to Ebute Road to link Inner Marina. Men of fire service and other security agencies are still on the ground. Therefore, CMS Bridge and Eko Bridge inward outward Apongbon is closed to traffic at the moment. Lagos State Traffic Management Agency tweeted. Director of Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service Adesheye Margaret described the nature of the fire as disastrous. Margaret said the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service is currently battling the inferno at Eko Bridge, Apongbon, Lagos Island. The fire, which was reported at 3:14 p.m. Wednesday wee hours to under the Eko Bridge at Apongbon, where various trucks in trade are piled, was met well allied by the first set of the crew of the agency on arrival. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has declared his intention to run for the office of Nigeria presidency. The Guardian reports that Atiku, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in 2019 general election, announced his decision at the International Conference Center in Abuja. The PDP 2019 presidential candidate lost to Muhammadu Buhari, who was voted into office for a second term. Finally, former Vice President Atiku has declared his intention to run. He said he would be running this time on a message to foster economic prosperity and unity across Nigeria, a nation of several ethnic and religious groups whose enduring bulwarks were repeatedly shattered by Mr. Buhari over the past 7 years. He's also counting on his name recognition and unavailability of an incumbent on the two major parties this time around. Atiku's declaration for the 2023 presidency makes it the 6th time he will be aspiring for the office of president. The former vice president will contest the PDP presidential candidacy ticket alongside former Senate President Bukola Saraki, Ovation magazine publisher Dele Momodu, Soko State Governor Aminu Tambuwal, Pius Ayim, and other aspirants that will be joining the race. There is jubilation in the camp of the indigenous people of Biafra as Gloria Collier was freed from prison after 4 months in police custody. There were reports that Gloria Collier was accused of terrorism and being a member of the indigenous people of Biafra. Recall that the Federal High Court in Abuja remanded 21-year-old Gloria Collier, who was arrested by operatives of the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team in Imo State. Despite the public outcries and clamor for her release, the police charged Okolie to court for terrorism in a case FHC ABJCR 297-2021, with Federal Republic of Nigeria as the complainant and Emeyori Uzoma Benjamin and Okolie Gloria as the defendants. Activist Harrison Gwamishu, moreover, announced her release on his Facebook page in his post obtained by Platinum Post, where he said, "Freedom at last." Having spent more than 4 months in police custody, Gloria Collier has been released from prison custody despite terrorism charges on her. Some alumni of the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, has expressed displeasure over the continuous protests by indigenes of the university's host community over the emergence of a new vice-chancellor. For the 4th working day, some Ile-Ife indigenes, including their traditionalists, have shut down the campus, disallowed movement to and from the university, and stopped academic and administrative activities on the federal institution. On Tuesday, checks by the Point revealed that the campus was yet to resume academic activities since last week Thursday, when a demonstration against the emergence of Prof. Adeboye Bamire as the 12th Vice-Chancellor of the university. The protesters, who had assaulted workers and students of the university during their protest, demanded that an Ife indigene be allowed to become the VC, saying that the protest would continue until a native of the host community is announced VC. But the development has generated reactions, especially from stakeholders who condemned the protest and diabolical manner it has taken. Some of the alumni of the institution who took to their social media handles to decry the protest called on the traditional ruler of the ancient town, the Ooni of Ife, Oba Enitan Ogunwusi, to call his subjects to order and allow peace reign on the campus and its environs. In our message, an Almanus Bingpe Odnoya said, "It is a shame this is happening in Ile-Ife, where a respected monarch, Ooni of Ife, is reigning. This is the 5th day that this crisis, and the Ooni has not deemed it fit to react nor call his people to order. I think our Baba should know that his silence is not golden at this time. The protest is uncalled for and it's painted the ancient town in bad light." Another former OAU student, Kazim Olalekan Israel, said, "The situation at OAU campus gate since Thursday is a total degeneration and a denigration of what an academic environment should be. It is even more embarrassing that the Ooni and his acolytes are bringing this shame upon a university with an international leaning. Mobilizing cultural exhibitors and armed thugs to the university campus is irritating and absurd. I believe that if a probe is conducted into this violent agitation, it will be unveiled that the Ooni has an evil agenda. It is on record that this same Ooni has been at loggerheads with the university management for some years now as regards some portions of the university land that he is fighting tooth and nail to hijack. Today, it is the VC ship post he and his acolytes are trying to effortlessly hijack, and as if it's some office exclusively reserved for their town. This is shameful act at the time being, sanctioned by a supposed spiritual head of the Yorubas and one of the loudest voices of Yoruba unification agenda is laughable. Also, some academics who had graduated from the university also expressed worry at the protest and described it as ridiculous. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Akali Baba, has reiterated that the Nigeria Police is committed to maintain a sustained fight against illegal bunkering, pipeline vandalism, economic saboteurs, and other criminal elements in the country. The promise came on the heels of the achievements recorded by the Inspector General of Police Special Task Force on Petroleum Illegal Bunkering, which has successfully impounded 41 trucks, 13 other vehicles, arrested 42 suspects, out of whom 21 have been charged to court, with 17 still under investigations, while 4 convictions have been secured in court, pending the final forfeiture of 14 tankers and 4 cars to the federal government of Nigeria, with 6 cases pending in various federal high court branches across the federation. Equally, a total of 1,057,000 liters of automotive gas oil, 30,000 liters of low sulfur oil, 75,000 liters of crude oil, and 9,900 liters of premium motor spirit were between 21 confiscated till date. The successes were achieved in Rivers State and some parts of the country, sequel to the collective sustainability by the federal government and the fight against oil bunkering. And the Inspector General of Police, the collective effort has assisted greatly in the fight against bunker traders and purveyors of adulterated petroleum products within the country. Among the suspects that were arrested and paraded before the press in Port Harcourt, Rivers State by CSP Olamuyiwa Adejobi, the acting Force Public Relations Officer, were 31-year-old Rabiu Halidu from Katsina State, 30-year-old Michael Okoro from Rivers State, 50-year-old Amrize Eze from Enugu State, 22-year-old Lukman Musa from Kogi State, 18-year-old Sefiu Ibrahim from Kano State, and 25-year-old Nura Ishaku from Kaduna State. The trial of Lukman, Sefiu, and Nura hid drums of crude oil in a truck stacked with sacks of fertilizer. They, however, ran out of luck upon thorough stop and search by an operational team of the IGP STFPIB. The commander, IGP STFPIB DCP Usman Jibrin Kamfani PSC, reported that the forfeited products, which were tested and confirmed by the Department of Petroleum Resources and approved private laboratories, and forfeited vehicles, are in the custody of the Nigerian Pipelines and Storage Company Limited, while motions for the forfeiture of the rest are still pending in different courts. The IGP equally charged officers and men of the force to be committed, patriotic, and focused on their statutory duties of preventing crime and protection of lives and property in line with extant laws of the land. And lastly, Masquerades protesting the appointment of Professor Adebayo Bamire as the next Vice-Chancellor of the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, dropped a sacrifice at the car park of the VC. Bamire's appointment last Thursday had sparked protests from indigenes of Ile-Ife who alleged discrimination. Let's watch the video. That's all we have for today. We've come to the end of Fliptv News. I am Christian Chiku. Hope you had a wonderful day. Bye for now.